Hi everyone, my name is Shayla. I'm an educator here in the Abbotsford School District. My pronouns are she, her. I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, and I always felt this deep connection to my roots in the South. I was adopted and came to Abbotsford when I was very young, and I'm proud to say that I've now reconnected with my birth family and have two families, one in the States and one here. I am all about creating safe spaces and uplifting voices of marginalized groups. So no matter your gender, your sexuality, your religion, there is space for you, and just trying to advocate for students and all peoples to just find that space to really advocate for themselves. So today we are going to be reading a story by Little People, Big Dreams called Amanda Gorman, and it is written by Isabel Sanchez Vegara, and it is illustrated by Queenbe Monyei. Amanda Gorman. Little Amanda lived with her mother and sisters in a 2-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles. She had trouble pronouncing words and some letters, but that didn't stop her from loving words like plum, stone, and spoon. Amanda read everything from books to cereal boxes. She kept a diary and even tried writing her own dictionary. One day, while listening to her teacher read poetry, Amanda decided to become a poet. Having a speech impediment was a hill to climb for a poet, but Amanda saw it as a gift. Practicing her words with songs full of R's and going to speech therapy made her feel stronger and better. She was a teenager when she set her eyes on a special book. A black girl was staring at her from its cover, and it was written by an African-American woman. Looking at it, Amanda realized that all the books she had read before were written by white men. Discovering books written by authors who looked like her helped Amanda find her own voice. She was the daughter of black writers, descended from freedom fighters who broke the chains and changed the world. The first time Amanda stepped up to the mic was at a poetry workshop. Amanda was worried about how her voice would sound, but once she started performing, she felt that all her ancestors were right next to her. From the lyrics in a song to the signs of protesters on the street, she saw poetry everywhere. For Amanda, it was not just a beautiful form of art, but a tool to change the world. She decided to study sociology, the science that explores how humans behave in groups. Amanda was a sophomore in Harvard when she was named America's first youth poet laureate, where she led to perform all around the country. When Joe Biden was chosen to be the next president of the United States, he asked Amanda to read a poem at his swearing-in ceremony. She couldn't wait to run home and tell her twin sister. She was about to follow in the steps of one of her favorite poets, Maya Angelou. The night before, Amanda rehearsed her poem over and over in front of the mirror. The country had lived moments of great division, and she had just hoped for two things: bring a message of unity and not tripping on her way to the podium. The whole world was moved by her poem. Amanda's words invited everyone to lay down their arms and hold hands to build a better country, a country where a skinny black girl could dream of becoming its president. Amanda kept writing about diversity, justice, and equity, things that were bigger than herself. Her books became instant bestsellers, her articles most read, and her presence a shining light for others. And there will be many words to add to little Amanda's story, like step, first, and high, because as she once wrote, every day we write the future. And this goes into detail about Amanda Gorman's life. So she was born in 1998. Amanda Gorman was born in Los Angeles, California on March 7th, 1998. Her and her two sisters were encouraged by their mother, an English teacher, to spend time reading and writing. As a small child, Amanda was diagnosed with an auditory processing disorder and a speech impediment, but she saw that both as a gift that would be her strength. She fell in love with poetry at school after hearing her teacher read aloud in class. As a teenager, she was inspired after discovering a book by Toni Morrison and realized that her voice as a Black woman was too important to be silenced. In 2014, she became the Los Angeles Youth Poet Laureate. And in 2015, she published her first book, The One for Whom Food is Not Enough. As a student, she was named America's first ever National Youth Poet Laureate. This honor saw her perform at events across the country, and during an event at the Library of Congress, future First Lady Jill Biden heard her speak. 3 years later, at Joe Biden's inauguration on January 20th, 2021, Amanda became the youngest ever inaugural poet at the age of 22. Stood in front of the U.S. Capitol building, she recited her poem, The Hill We Climb. About her hope for a brighter future for America, it was a groundbreaking moment that inspired millions of people watching across the world. Her book shot to the top of the bestsellers list, and she became the first poet to ever feature on the article of Vogue magazine. A beacon of light for dreams everywhere, Amanda's words and spirit remind us we are more powerful together than we are apart. Thank you.